And cars, they could dive in these things. They were like sandbag, and they had camouflage on top. So it didn't matter what car it was just a car that was shot by dive plane, the Allies.
So this is the winters of 44 and 45?
That was another. That was not here. That was by the river. You know, if you see the river here, and the bridge was here, my uncle's house was here, was a road here, and the guns were here on the other side of the road.
The German guns?
Yeah, the German. Yeah, 40 millimeter.
Because you were Nazi occupied.
Yeah. So they want to stop the infrastructure. So rail traffic was bombed just so they couldn't move anything anymore. So anyway, they tried to get that bridge, but they got here where we were sitting, and then later they got my uncle's house.
And that's when it blew your grandfather apart.
Yeah.
And half his body was found across the river.
Yeah. Whatever was left of it.
Eugh.
But every day walking to school, we could dive in here when they were coming down with those planes.
So there would strafe kids going to school.
Every day.
Every
Going
day.
to school, walking. Yeah, every day.
Wow.
For 2 years. I remember jumping in the field one time, and I was laying there, and I saw the 20 millimeter grenade just plunking into the ground around me.
And they didn't go off?
Well, 20 millimeter didn't explode. They just didn't go off. No.
Wow.
And I mean, that was just, I didn't know. And then an army buddy of my dad, who had family living in the east part of the country where there was a little more food, and they said, well, if you come here, we'll got some potatoes and some grain for you, whatever it was, I don't know. So my mom, me, and my two brothers went on the train. It was a steam train, and to the east part of the country. And then when we were almost where we were going to go, the train was attacked. And the train stopped, and they were shooting the fucking shit out of it. And we got out of the train, out of the cars, and the locomotive was blown up, basically. And people were just, because they had all doors on all the sides of the plane. It's not like you get one door in the middle, and we run through a ditch and got in a pasture, and people were getting killed left and right from bullets, and we managed to get, my mother was absolutely, totally terrified, and I wasn't terrified, but I just grabbed my brother on each side, and we ran, and it was over in no time flat, and they're gone, and then we got to the road, and some farm cars came up and rounded up what was alive, and we got to where we were going to go, and I remember sleeping there in the farm, and there was a bed that was kind of built in the wall, like a closet almost.
Yeah.
Sliding doors.
Yeah.
And the whole house, they heated the house with peat, bricks of peat.
Oh, yeah.
And it had a certain smell, kind of not a very nice smell, but anyway, and I remember that smell today. And I don't know how we got home. I don't remember that at all. But my mother was she couldn't talk for 3 months. She just like this.
Literally?
Oh, yeah. Literally, yeah.
Wow.
She could not barely function,
Wow. So this was, who was bombing you? British?
The Americans.
Americans?
Oh, yeah.
Who else? Anybody else?
No.
So it's the Americans trying to liberate the Netherlands from the Nazis?
Yeah.
Fuck.
The Nazis didn't do much in the Netherlands. We never, really didn't. But once the Nazis, once the Allies destroyed most of the German Air Force, they could do everything they wanted. They'd come over every day and try to fucking bomb everything.
What's the word you use? They ruled the sky, or they owned the sky?
They owned the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, and then every day, during the day, was fleets of B-17s and B-24s, you know, diamond patterns, come over, all for like several hours, going to Germany. And then 5 hours later, they all come back.
No kidding.
Yeah, and then at night, it was the Limeys, the English had their liberators, they flew at night, and the Americans flew during the day. And they just pulverized the fucking country. I mean, there was revenge bombing.
Germany.
Yeah, Germany, yeah.
But they were also bombing the Netherlands, which had been occupied.
Yeah, they did. So I laugh at that bullshit from we don't hurt
Civilians.
Civilians. It's total war.
Sure.
You're in the way, it's just your fucking fault, or you're out of fucking luck.
Yeah, it's like when you see somebody in Afghanistan or Syria or Niger or somewhere being...
Yeah, it's just, I laugh at that because it's just fucking bullshit, but most people here have never been in that situation that I have for fucking 5 years almost.
Yeah, I remember you seeing that picture of that young girl refugee in Falling Apart, because that was her shell-shocked look
Yeah,
from this so-called liberation that she was putting up with from American forces. And,
yeah,
you know, what's worse, the people who've taken over your country or the people who came to liberate it?
yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. I don't think people think about that when they think about war.
No, they don't. They have no clue.
Yeah. Interesting stories.